If you're looking to glue two pieces of wood together really strong, it's awful tough to beat a spline joint. In this video, we'll create this spline joint. First, we'll get our pieces cut, but we know we're going to be a couple inches shy. We're going to be making this cabinet out of some scrap lumber. In order to make everything strong enough, this is going to work. First, we'll get the back plate all cut and the smaller piece. We want to make sure everything is straight and square. Now that we've got our smaller piece all cut, we'll make sure that the larger piece is nice, clean, and square. Then we'll trim something off the other end to make sure it's square as well. We'll use the table saw to get the right length. Now you can see where we're going with this. The spline will securely put these two pieces together. You could use a router or a shaper. We need to put the correct shaper bit on. This spline's going to be a little thinner. So we'll get everything all reassembled and square up the fence. We're going to cut this slot on each side of the wood. You want to make sure the slot is centered. And we're going to make sure that the black face is facing up each time, just in case the slot's slightly off. Now both sides are grooved. You can see that spline's going to go deep through each piece of wood. Now we'll measure everything up and make sure that we get the spline correct. This spline's a little tight, so we'll cut another one. Any kind of wood will do. We're going to use a little piece of pine. We'll cut it one direction, adjust the saw, and cut the second one. If you do a lot of splines, you can make a whole bunch of them that fit perfect. The blade was just a little low, so we'll just crack it off. There we go. Now we'll just kind of clean it up a little bit. Now that's what I'm talking about. A perfect fit. Now we just have to make sure there's plenty of glue. You can add the glue into the creases. Use a paintbrush to put it in. You want this to be strong, so don't skimp on the glue. When we clamp it up, we want a little glue to come out each edge. When this joint is complete, it is going to be strong. So we'll tap everything together. Now it's time to clamp it up. This clamp's a little too small, so we'll double clamp it. Like they say, you can never have enough clamps. We'll clamp it up nice and even. We'll wipe off the excess glue. We'll clamp up the other side, then clamp it to the table so it's really flat. These pipes are made with gas line. If you have a choice, this galvanized gas line's better than the black pipe. Sometimes the black pipe can leave marks on your project. Now when everything's dry, we can nail it all together. Then we'll cut up the last side. Now that we've got it all together, we can install it and get it into service. So a spline like this allows us to use a lot of scrap lumber to make something useful. Not everything's got to be expensive, but you do want it strong. We'll add a little trim, and I'd say that gets us a little closer. So if you're wondering how to make a spline joint, that's how you do it. Well, I really appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.